what I say. Welcome to Tunnel Talk. Okay. I thought I was making that.
And it's right there in workflow if you want to look at it.
And this is actually Tunnel Talk. Allie, this is Tunnel Talk.
Hi, it's Tunnel Talk. Hi, it's us, Tunnel Talk.
That would be a fun way to start it. Hi, it's us, Tunnel Talk.
It's us.
Hey,
It's us.
guys,
Hop on
Tunnel
in.
Talk.
It's Tunnel Talk. Choo choo. It's a Tunnel Talk train pulling into the station. Pulling into Shining Time Station. Oh, let's go on a ride together. It's just us, Tunnel Talk, and Thomas. Thomas and Tunnel Talk. Okay. Welcome to Tunnel Talk, a no facts, all feelings wrestling podcast on the Social Suplex Network. I'm Allie.
I'm in.
And I'm Leah.
My most normal intro ever. How's
so
everybody
cheerful.
I'm leaving everything in.
Yeah.
Do you hear me?
Yeah.
I'm
I
leaving
thought you were just gonna
everything
say, I'm
in.
leaving the recording. I'm leaving. I've had enough of this. I'm leaving. As the girls know, I'm not happy with my work life this week, so I came in with a hot energy to this Zoom. I've done a bit of complaining. GarageBand has done a bit of complaining at me. It keeps saying feedback detected because I'm being so loud. Because I'm not happy with things. But
GarageBand is like, girl, can you calm down? Can you take it? You're a here, and you need to be a here.
Girl, you ever heard of clipping?
I don't give a shit about clipping. I don't give a shit about any feedback you may be detecting. My feedback to you is shut the fuck up and let me talk. Shut up and listen, GarageBand. How are you guys doing? How are you feeling? How's everyone doing?
Oh, fantastic. I had a dinner disappointment. I got out my HelloFresh meal, and it was going to be a pear and prosciutto white pizza that I was pretty psyched for, and I started, letting the dough rest and stuff, and then I pulled out the pear, which was, totally rotting. I was like,
oh
no. And then I started looking around at my house, what else can I... I got some pears around here. No, I don't have any pears hanging out. So it was just a prosciutto pizza, which was fine. I mean, it was still good, I guess, but it would have been better with some pears.
That fruit pop.
Yeah.
I was just talking about pears with somebody where it's people give peaches a bad rap, but pears also have the tiniest window of deliciousness.
Such a small window.
Because it's if you get them too early, they're so hard that they're nothing. Yeah. But it's 1 hour past their prime, they're brown.
Yeah.
But sometimes they
a good pear. Sometimes they won't. Sometimes they won't be.
You talk first, Dan, and then I'll explain myself.
No, I was just gonna say, when a perfect pear is so good, but it's so hard to achieve it. Yeah.
Do you guys think this is our most thrilling chit chat at that topic?
I'll tell you.
We're really hitting our stride. We're really on rhythm too.
My headphones are doing that thing where it cuts you guys out. Once every 2 minutes, they'll just be a long pause where I'm they're talking, but I can't hear it, and I don't know what to do about it. And I'm really worried about how it's going to impact the evening, but I can't figure it out. You know what I mean? I can't do anything about that right now. Yeah. I just can't. Yeah. I simply can't. So we're just going to have to get through it. And all that I was going to say about the pears is just that sometimes a pear will last longer than you think it should in that perfect sweet spot. But rarely. So you gotta check. You gotta go in and check, though. You know what I mean? I'm dissecting pears sometimes. I get some pears. I'm dissecting them to be what's up with you in there? You okay? You all good?
What's going on with you? How's the middle?
You want to get
How's the middle
doing? What's up? I think that my mother is really lucky because she only likes eating hard pears. And it's you kind of know that pear's okay. Yeah, if the pear is rock hard, you know what to expect. And if you like it, you're going to be really happy every time.
Yeah. And you can it's pretty easy to get the rock hard pear.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it's a repulsive thing to like.
Oh, yeah.
It's crazy that she likes
it. Nasty. Yeah.
Yeah, gross. She's on vacation. She's on vacation in New Zealand right now.
Really?
Yeah.
Good for her.
How are you?
Summer
you had a pear at a rest stop, Leah?
A pear at a rest stop? Why does that sound like... Whoa.
It sounds like
eating
gas
sushi at a rest stop.
Yeah.
Anything at a rest stop is that's either repulsive in a sex way or in a food poisoning way.
I love the idea of saying I had a pear at a rest stop as a euphemism for having sex.
That good old pear at a rest stop.
Hey girls, a little exciting news. I had a pear at a rest stop this week.
Me and my husband tried out something new. We did a pear at a rest stop.
Well, what did you actually have? What were you actually trying to say?
I had a Pear and Brie grilled cheese at a restaurant once that was so good that I've been trying to chase it ever since. And like I keep trying to make it at home. And it's like I have not yet recreated the experience of the perfectly ripe peach being melted onto a perfect consistency of brie. This is our worst chit chat topic ever. Like in the middle of the story, I was like, let's all tell stories about food we had once that we liked.
I especially liked it because you were still thinking about earlier in the conversation, so you actually said that there was a peach on your grill. So none of us know what we're eating.
Should we just start over?
Yeah, back it up.
Imagine the idea that we could start over and do better than this.
This is as good as it's getting tonight.
This week, this is as good as it's getting. It was it's been honestly a demoralizing day for the reasons I already explained. But then like last night's Dynamite, I had a good time. Like it was not a bad Dynamite. But didn't you feel like it was like 10 years long? Like every moment of that Dynamite, I was like, we must be cruising into the last 15 minutes. And we were not.
Yeah.
Not and even the last 15 minutes were we cruising into the last 15 minutes.
No, I was going to say the last 15 minutes was the longest of all. It was 45 minutes long, the last 15 minutes. So
I've been saying for the past few weeks, I don't know if I've said it to you, but I think I did say it. I was like, yeah, the thing is that like if they actually did ad breaks in the overrun, like we'd be at a full 2.5 hours, but they don't do ad breaks in the overrun. And then this week they were like, oh yeah, we fucking do. Yeah, absolutely. We don't do ad breaks in the overrun. Of course we do. We love making money.
Yeah, at 10:03, there's going to be an ad break and because we're going to be here for 17 more minutes for sure.
That fucking broke me.
Can't handle it. When they were doing like kind of like relaxed little talking segments at the time the show should be stopping, like as though they needed to fill time, it was like, I can't. Remember when the overrun was like 3 minutes and it was unpredictable? You didn't even always get the 3 minutes.
What do you mean? Do I remember that? No, it was that happened 4 years ago. I felt this week like, and I'm so sorry, but it's like I felt like Tony could sense that like for the past few weeks, like I'm a woman on the edge of a nervous breakdown. Like it is not going. I always say it's not going well. It's really not going well over here. Like there's moments where it's going really well, and then there's moments where it's like the lowest I've ever been. And it felt like Tony could sense that, and he was like, "Should I just like try and push her? Should I try and push her over the edge?"
Emmy reminded me though that this is exactly what we told Tony to do like 2 or 3 years ago when we were like, just gaslight us into forgetting that Dynamite is 2 hours. Just gaslight us like every week. Do a little bit more. I don't think we
said it like he should do it. I think we said it like it would work. And I think maybe Tony is like, why isn't it working?
We underestimated our own powerful minds. There's a little phrase that has become an intrusive thought for me this week. So you guys know I have a new nephew, very exciting. You also know that I had been planning while my brother and sister-in-law were waiting to get matched with the baby. We planned a trip together that I was very excited about because we've never like done a trip, the three of us. And I thought we were in the clear. And then 9 days before the trip, they got matched with the baby. So I'm very excited for my nephew. But it's a bit of a bummer. So anyway, I was at the dentist this week, and I'd had to be there like a month ago for like other work. This was just normal cleaning. Anyway, when I had seen the dentist before, we'd been chit-chatting. He was like, oh, do you have any upcoming trips? And I was like, actually, I do. Like, I'm really excited for this trip with my brother and sister-in-law. And so when I saw him this time, he was like, weren't you going somewhere? And I was like, funny story. And I was like, so I told him this with the, like, I'm very excited for my nephew, but it's a bummer. And he's like married with a couple kids, and he went, well, it's probably not the last good time that he'll ruin. I was like, so true, King. It's what they do.
That is going to become an intrusive thought about Tony Khan. Absolutely. Yeah. I could see myself thinking that in so many contexts. Yep. Probably not the last good time he'll ruin.
Yep.
Sorry, Tony. You bring joy into my life, but you really try me too. I mean, I think I was accusing you of crimes last night. I was saying like you won't see heaven, basically.
Yeah, it was a long night. I was pretty sleepy, and it just kept happening.
Anyway, not to complain up front, but it's like it's our fucking podcast. Like I have my rough week. I can say what I want. I can say what I want.
We didn't even complain up front. We talked about pairs for like 10 full minutes.
Oh yeah, you got your obligatory pair talk. So how could you ever be mad? Had a pair to roach them.
Yeah, we talked about pears to soften them up. No problem. Now we've got them in the palm of our hands.
A nice, juicy, soft pair of pears in our hands. I don't know what's happening. Anyway, then I had to do the schedule, and I'm so worried about what's going to happen. But let's just get into it. Should we get into it? Should we do it? And then at the end of the episode, don't ever forget, we're back for more Best Bods.
Week 2.
And that's
talking so fast.
She's like, we're going to get this podcast done 20 minutes or less, and we're going to go into Best Bods.
This is the most tired I've ever been coming into a pod. And I got normal sleep last night, but I didn't for the 3 nights before that. So let's not worry about it. Should we just do a little, should we do some deep breathing for a second?
Do some mindfulness exercises.
Should we all just go into Shavasana real quick?
By the way, I am still going on my trip without my brother and sister-in-law, but I've like booked a fancy resort because we're not going to be doing our activities. And at the resort, they have like a spa, a very expensive spa. So I was like looking at massages, but they're very expensive. But they also have robots that do massages for much less.
I'm so worried. I
don't like that.
I don't think a robot should be massaging you. If I'm completely honest.
The robot website like links to articles in like various news organizations that were like, I got a robot massage and it actually wasn't bad. That's like the headline.
Yeah. I guess they can't have them do anything like that. I guess what I'm thinking in my mind, like to me, I'm like a massage is a half step away from chiropractic. And chiropractic can kill you like just easily if just a normal person does it. So to me, I'm like, don't let a robot do chiropractic on you. But that's not even the premise.
No,
that's not even the premise.
They don't usually wrench your neck around in massage. So
not usually.
Not unless you ask for it.
A good massage does like do the right amount of pressure, and it's like, is the robot going to know when to stop, or they're just going to pancake you by accident? I don't know. I don't like it.
The robot doesn't know anything. It's a robot.
Apparently, you have like a little iPad where you can be like, oh, like too much pressure and not enough pressure, and like adjust it. But I mean, it does seem rife for. I mean, exactly,
what if the app glitches?
That's true. You get pancaked on that table. Yeah.
Listen, I know it's some people's kink, but like that seems as good idea as a fuck machine to me, where it's like something should just be done by humans.
It like looks kind of like
don't do it at all. It's going good. What do you think? This is going really good.
We're way off the rails already, which is the point of the podcast. So yeah.
Yeah, cool. Well, I think
it's not the last good time we'll ruin. I'll say that.
Let's just nip this robot fucking conversation in the bud for a change, and let's get down to business and talk about the massage of wrestling.
Let's talk about two real humans who do their job humanly.
They do it manually, and they're good at it. And one of them is named
manually. Digitally? No. In the hand sense, though.
I almost said humanely, but like, that's also different.
I'm so concerned. Okay. One of the men is named Massage JF, and he appeared on Collision to be like, fuck, I don't want to do this fucking Texas Death Match at Revolution. I'm going to kill myself and all of you. I'm holding this show hostage. Nothing can happen tonight until something has been done about this Texas Death Match that was booked for me. And Kevin Knight came out and was like, it's me, the Jet, a.k.a. 2-5. And I've got this under... Hey, everybody, don't be worried. The show is going to go on as planned. I've got this under control. He came out to have a little in-ring promo segment with MJF that was like a pretty standard back and forth, except for a few things that he was doing. So one of them was that he just kept saying over and over again, MJF, I don't know if you've seen me, but I've been getting the job done. I get the job done. We get the job done. Just kept repeating it like every other sentence. Like, me? I don't know if you've been tuning in recently, but we get the job done.
And wasn't he like, I'm stacking up W's and I'm getting wins? It's like, yeah, Kevin, I don't know what that means. You know what W stands for?
Synonymous, Kevin. I mean, is it even synonymous if it is just the same word?
I'm so happy to learn that Kevin Knight is God's stupidest little boy. And he's just so cheerful and just so stupid. And I love it.
It was quite charming, and something that I was picking up on that I feel like I could get some pushback on, but Kevin Knight is like there just being like stacking up wins, getting the job done, just smirking. And he has little dimples. Like he just looks like too cute. Yeah. And MJF gave him this look and kind of like put his hand over his mouth in a certain way. And I was like, oh my God, is this working on you? Are you like the character, in my opinion, the character of MJF was giving like, oh, I hate I'm horny right now. I actually like love what you're like. And I felt like he didn't want to show that, but that he was just like, fuck, he is cute though. He is cute. And he knows it. God, just don't give into this. He is cute though.
There was like a flirty energy. Like Kevin Knight's out there peacocking, you know? He's like, look, you know, what did he say last week? Like, you want to take a look or...
I don't know. It's like, don't you want to take a big gulp of me or something? I don't know. That kind of thing.
That kind of thing, for sure, yeah.
I would love it if Kevin Knight started grabbing the mic and being like, hey, MJF, it's me, and take a big sip.
Me, the Jet, a.k.a. Two Fly, a.k.a. your Slurpee.
a.k.a. right big now, the here, the present. Oh my gosh.
Kevin Knight now.
You've charmed me. You've charmed me. I just don't really know. Like, I kind of don't know what he's going for at all. Like, I'm just constantly like, is this supposed to be cool? Like, it's not, but it is charming.
It's almost better that I'm like, now how did you want me to take that?
He just gets out there and he just says what it, he said was it his heart think. He said what his heart think.
He do.
So... And Massage JF, love it. Okay. So, anyway, something else happened in here. Anyway, so then later on Collision, Kevin Knight was like, fight me on Dynamite. And I guess that got things back on track. MJF was like, I guess. Because he was charmed. Actually, this all adds up. He was
yeah. It doesn't make any sense unless you interpret it as MJF was just like, fine, Kevin, I'll do whatever you want.
I feel better. I forgot what I was even upset about. Yeah.
Fight you on Dynamite and get my hands on your body? Okay, all right. Twist my arm. So anyway, he stopped holding the show hostage and they agreed to that. Later in the show on Collision, Protocata murdered Top Flight, and then afterwards they were like, does anybody want to fight us? We're like really strong. We're so good at fighting together. And Jet Speed came out again to be like, we do definitely want to fight you. And I don't know, they said some stuff in there. Oh, yeah, maybe we'll just touch on this. Bailey pointed out Fletcher's cow udder pink TNT championship. I was astonished. I was astonished to hear
evocative. This. Yeah, it's a real poetic first thoughts
and
kind of breaking through.
I do think I'm gonna think that the next couple times I see it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cow udder pink.
Cow udder pink. Well,
his pink is a little unnatural though. So
absolutely.
It's Pepto-Bismol pink.
I thought the same thing. I was like,
cow udders aren't really.
I would love it
and
if
then
we were like Mike Bailey
about it.
Yeah, Mike Bailey. When's the last time you saw a cow udder? I think you haven't judged this right.
Yes.
Yeah.
I thought I'd have to look at a cow udder, and then I didn't Google it because I thought like that's not something I can do right. I can't be Googling like cow udder right now to see what exact shade of pink.
I'm just not in a place where I can be looking at cow udders.
It's the shade of pink that I'm sure you're
not in a place for that right now. No,
it's a real pale pink.
It's like kind of like more of a petal pink.
Yeah, it's a petal pink, exactly.
Classic petal pink. Anyway, so this actually was helpful to me because I watched this after I had already watched Dynamite, and on Dynamite I didn't really understand why quite a few things were happening, but it turns out that it is because Jet Speed were like, we'd love to fight you for our belts. Just find a third man and we'd love to fight you. So they asked for it, is what I learned. Is that helpful? Do we all like learning that?
Yeah. Love to learn it. Yeah. Speedball has been wearing outfits, especially the pants, that make them look like the world's biggest dweeb. Like, I feel like cargo pants last week just about, and this week it was like, these are still square in some way that I'm not loving.
Do you think that it's about, like, Kevin Knight is so charmingly, sweetly stupid right now that Speedball is like, I don't want to distract from his moment to shine, to be like the ultimate charmer. Like, I'm just gonna like dweeb myself up a little and step back and like let it be his moment.
Yeah, and maybe in the locker room too, Speedball's like getting dressed and Kevin really turns on the charm and they get so distracted that they just pull on whatever's around, and then later they're like, oh God, I wore that on television.
I love that. So it's like they're not really dressing for TV anymore because they're too busy being in love.
Yeah, just can't help it. Do you know a crazy story one of my coworkers told this week, which was,
I can't wait to hear it,
when her husband was going to propose to her, but she didn't know that's what was happening. She was like, yeah, he wore these disgusting cargo pants that he hadn't worn since high school. And I was like, why are you wearing those? And he was like, no, I have to wear them. And she was like, but why are you wearing them? And they like had a fight about it. And it turns out because he had the ring with him, he thought he needed the cargo pants for the pockets, which is like cute, but also like, bro, put on a jacket or something, you know?
Yeah. Or a fanny pack. Put on a fanny pack.
Yeah, that'd be
just kidding.
Anyway, so then he got engaged wearing cargo pants, which just feels unfortunate.
It's informal.
Certainly informal.
Anyway, okay. So now we scoot over to Dynamite, now that we understand what's happening there. So Dynamite opens with Kevin Knight and MJF fighting, which I did find really fun. I thought it was a fun match. MJF won because he like incapacitated Bryce at some point, and then Bryce couldn't like count when Kevin Knight was successfully pinning. It was a classic. Bryce didn't pin anyone. Kevin Knight was successfully pinning MJF, and then Bryce couldn't count, and then MJF did pin Kevin Knight. Pretty classic stuff. And then after the match, MJF, this is where we got ourselves into trouble, loaded up the Dynamite Diamond ring to hit Knight until he saw Hangman on the ramp, and then Speedball snuck in and like attacked MJF, and so MJF got kind of run off a little bit. But did anyone look it up? Did anyone look up that diamond ring situation, or did anyone Google that?
Oh, I only took Mike's word for it. Our friend Mike McGinnis, who explained things before. I asked. I was like, now why does MJF have the diamond ring? Is not Bandito the ring bearer? And what Mike said, which does seem like Tony Khan logic, that a new diamond ring was issued every year. That's not crazy. The same one.
That's totally crazy.
That's completely fucking insane and cannot be how it was pitched all those years, because I know that every single year, to me, the stakes were like, will MJF have this cheating weapon that shouldn't really matter that much because you can buy a ring anywhere, but like that matters a lot. Like, so the stakes were like, is he going to have his cheating weapon?
Right.
But you're telling me there were never any stakes and it never mattered at all if he won that match?
No one has ever said that, I don't think. Like, when Bandito won it, I don't think they were like, and now he'll get a separate ring that, you know.
Actually, I don't even recall seeing him with any ring.
No, I don't feel like he's ever broken it because he's so good. He would never hurt anyone with it.
He wouldn't hurt anyone. But you'd think he might at least wear it in a promo, like, you know, like he just got engaged.
Right.
I got the ring.
Where's his Instagram pic with his nails done, you know?
Yeah. I'm not sure that this checks out, but I'm hesitant to second guess Mike, who knows more than us. But I don't get it.
And MJF undeniably did have a diamond ring that they called the Dynamite Diamond Ring. So, sure.
We can't argue that. We can't argue with that. It was there. It was there.
We all saw him take it out from next to his dick. Maybe there hasn't been a new one every year. Maybe there was just the one. But then when Bandito won it, they were like, we can't give him the one that's been in MJF's trunks this whole time. That's rude.
Honestly, I wasn't sure where you were going with that. I was like, what are you going to suggest that MJF has been doing with that? But canonically, yes, he has been putting it in his trunks. So that is very fair. And I thought you had a good point about MJF's little relation with Hangman right now. You wanna trot that one out?
Yeah, it's just so interesting because Hangman keeps like interfering, but he doesn't actually do anything. He just like walks out on the ramp and kind of smirks at MJF, and that like makes MJF freak out so much that it causes MJF to lose a lot. But I'm kind of fascinated by that because it's like, wow, Hangman's really under his skin just by kind of standing there looking at him.
Yeah. It's a powerful situation to be in. I'm not sure how he got himself there, to be honest. But
yeah, because it's like, I don't know. You know, they feuded, but it's not like he's his nemesis, not like Swerve, you know.
Come on.
So,
I know it's
please.
like, I think MJF is probably mad that he doesn't have a nemesis. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I think he'd give anything to have like a long-term nemesis. But unfortunately, you do have to like give and take to, hey,
Yeah.
in order to be in a relationship, you must be known, and you must know other people. MJF don't
To have
want
a
that.
nemesis, you have to be generous. You have to be willing to have someone at your level, you know? So.
Having a nemesis is a lot like eating a pear at a road stop.
You're just chasing that perfect ripeness level.
You're just squeezing it, thinking, where are we at?
And you know, if you like a rock hard nemesis, like, yeah, it's gross, but it's easy for you. But most of us don't.
Anywhere. You can find one anywhere. You can pick up a Brian cage on the street corner for $1, you know? I'm just kidding, Brian. I know you're getting paid more than that. And I wish you well. And honestly, I miss you. And honestly, I do miss you. So, anyway.
I wonder if Brian Cage has the nemesis, you know? Just those backstage dynamics we don't get to see.
Absolutely no way. Did you see that quote from Brian Cage? Brian Cage was in a Steven Spielberg movie in some capacity. Now I'm like,
Really?
did I dream this up? But I swear that I saw a little tweet that was like a quote from a wrestling site or whatever, where it's like he did some wrestling thing in a Spielberg movie, and his quote about it was like, and not to brag, but Steven Spielberg said I had the exact look he needed.
Like, I bet, yeah.
You're the stupidest man alive. Like, what do you mean? Why are you acting like? And Steven Spielberg said I'm one of the great actors. It's like Steven Spielberg needed a rock hard body, and you certainly do have one.
Spielberg was like wrestling. That's like huge, rock hard, like comical muscles, right? Like, get me some insane looking muscles. Oh, you're perfect.
I mean,
like he has to know that his body type is freak.
I don't know that he knows that.
I think his body dysmorphia is just like, wow, look at this perfect male form.
I mean, egg on my face if this isn't a fever dream, and at some point I see Brian Cage in a Steven Spielberg movie, which I would love. I love watching Spielberg, and he does like a phenomenal acting job, and I'm just like, wow, Brian Cage like has like star quality. I can't believe he was wrestling all these years when he should have been acting. Egg on my face at that point.
When he's the new Dave Bautista, like winning Oscars. Yeah,
I immediately pictured him in the sequel to AI.
Okay, but that's actually right, because he would be playing. It would be a crazy shift from Jude Law, but he would be playing like a Gigolo Joe, like, yeah, you know, kind of like
for a specific kind of like kind of the kid brothel, you know, like the one for like specific interests.
Yeah. The rock hard Pear brothel.
Yeah.
This is crazy. What's happening tonight is fucking crazy. Okay. And girls, it's going good. Okay. So then later in the show, Hangman came out to fight a jobber, and he murdered him in 1 second flat. Then he hopped on the mic, and it was the fastest squash we've ever seen.
Yeah, and we've seen a lot of squashes at this point, but that one was quick. So
he addressed MJF and was like, I'm going to teach you a lesson like you should have been taught many years ago. He said, in Texas, for years, MJF has sneered and scoffed at Page for having a basic human conscience. But in Texas Death, I have no conscience. I will rip you, I will tear you, and I will only let you lie when I am finished.
I will rip you, I will tear you is like, great.
So
that's Pear at the rest stop stuff.
Yeah, that's definitely Pear at the rest stop. Like, okay, so you're going to destroy a Pear at the rest stop.
But it's Pear at the rest stop. Like, it's like, oh my God, don't do that to the Pear at the rest stop.
You obliterated that Pear.
Don't do that to the Pear in front of my son. It's sick. It's sicko stuff. Anyway, and so he was like, MJF, come on out here and fight me right now. And MJF did come out, but it turned out that it was just to distract Hangman so that Proto Kata and Mark Davis could sneak into the ring and beat up Hangman, which they did. And then Jet Speed ran out to save Hangman. And then Don Callis came out, and with Lance Archer at his side, I'm loving Lance Archer's role as his most comically large, funny dressed lackey. And Don Callis was like, you guys are champions and you shouldn't be because you're greedy. All of my boys want titles, and so you are going to fight them. He said, I just talked to Tony Khan. I don't know why Tony would agree to this, but I just talked to Tony Khan, and you guys are fighting my boys tonight in the main event, in the new main event of Dynamite. And so it was Mark Davis and Proto Kata versus Hangman, Jet Set Rodeo in the new main event of Dynamite.
This whole, like, so then their greedy thing is so funny because it's like, all my boys want titles and you're hogging them. It's like, it sounds like a man who's got 20 very hungry boys in a mansion, and, you know, like, it's hard to get enough ham for all of them. You're really at the end of a rope.
He's like, we have so little ham, they're nibbling on the titles. My boys need to eat titles. My hungry boys.
Stop being so greedy.
He says, my Totino's hungry boys need you to get in the kitchen and cook us up some titles. Anyway, so that's the second main event of the night. And I did say, do you think that maybe they're going to win?
Did?
I did. And then I was like, that's crazy, Allie. But I think they might. And they did. They did win. And I'm shocked that I guessed that, to be honest. But I guess it's like, you know, once in a blue moon. A stopped clock. You know what I mean? So, any thoughts on that?
Well, you knew that it was going to be a Mark Davis upset on Hangman, so pulled it right out.
As we foretold.
As we foretold. As we intelligently foretold last week when Mark Davis crushed Hangman between his enormous thighs in the Best Bods tournament.
Also, our friend Blorb was like, I love that in AEW, tag teams are always married and share telepathy, and like they have an unbreakable bond that no one can sever, and trios are just three guys that happen to stand next to each other.
Yep, that's right. Well, I was thinking about it too when Jet Speed came out for their promo on Collision, and we're just being like, and we'll fight you like with our third guy who's not here, like, but obviously like we'll fight with him. And I was like, it should be illegal to show up like without your third guy, like all three of you. Yeah. I guess, you know, sometimes on this podcast we have to show up without our third guy. So
it's true. Never good, honestly. So,
it's so true. It's not what we prefer. But I got the sense that Jet Speed felt very comfortable with it, and that Hangman feels very comfortable alone, and that whenever they're all three of them together, they all are kind of like, now what are we doing here again? Why
Yeah, so your name is Speedball.
Speedball. That's interesting. I haven't heard that one before.
They really do need to sell us a trio that has met before. You know, that like you're like, you three guys hang out. I'm sure you do.
It was best friends in OC.
Yeah.
It was best friends in OC. And they're gone forever. So.
And they're gone forever.
They're gone forever, so.
And the Bucks and Kenny also gone forever.
And the Bucks and Kenny, yeah. The Bucks are always selling us on their trios. They're always selling a relationship.
Yeah.
Always
they're like,
believable.
this is our beautiful third guy. We're going to be with him forever. Don't you believe us?
The Bucks sell a great trio of just like, Tony, can you even believe it? Tony wouldn't even let us compete for a trios belt without a third man. So here he is. So we had to go get one. Just a third guy just standing there like, yeah, it's me. I was pretty excited to be asked, but...
But Kenny Omega keeps looking at me and like dragging his finger across his throat, so I'm a little nervous now.
I just bet it's like, Kenny, if you came back from Japan, you could do it, you know? Hangman fighting MJF at Revolution. What do you think? Hey, what do you think?
Listen, I don't want to get too ahead of myself. We don't do predictions on this show, but I will say I'm feeling the feeling that I felt last May when we were like, wow, we read all these street signs that said Hangman was winning, but we didn't believe him.
Yeah. Yeah.
I know. It's very like, okay, so they took the trios belt off Hangman as though he's about to win it. And it's one of those things where it's like, if anyone else, I'd be like, yeah, no shit, he's winning it. But it's Hangman. But it's also like, it's not like I'm delusional because I don't care if he wins it that much, you know?
Yeah.
Like, so it's like, it's not like because I'm so Hangman invested. Although, you know, of course I would like him to. So it's just like, I don't know. I don't want to sound stupid and be like, he's definitely winning because I do still kind of feel like the odds are against it, even though, like, again, everything points towards it happening that I've seen on screen.
Yeah.
So
I agree. It's kind of an interesting moment because, you know, in the past, it's been like if Hangman doesn't win, like, I think that would emotionally devastate him. And like he did like go turn heel basically. In this moment, I feel like if Hangman does win, that's when he's in the most danger. Like, I'm like, if he wins, like, we are going to have, instead of a Dark Lord, we're going to have a Dark Queen. And she's going to be beautiful and powerful as the Morn. Like, she is not going to be doing good.
I know, it's very like, will he win the title, turn heel, become murder husbands with Swerve? Like,
I know that they could fix it so that like it all made sense, but I love the idea of Hangman and Swerve being heel murder husbands, except Hangman does have the title and Swerve has to keep being like, good night, Hangman. I'll most likely kill you in the morning.
Swerve is in the bed gnawing on the title.
Be like, you're so greedy.
Greedy. That, you know what? It's a dynamic. It interests me. So speaking of Swerve, we got a little related title scene news. Brody King also came out on Dynamite to promo on Swerve, again, about who's the most dangerous man. Boys, you're both so dangerous. You don't have to keep talking about it like this. And
society loves to pit dangerous men against each other instead of letting them cooperate.
Just let them both be so dangerous. I'm like, that is all of society. It's just every man in the world just being so dangerous. Just kidding. Women can be very dangerous too. Everyone out there is dangerous. Stay safe. So anyway,
I love us being like, Tony, every human is dangerous when you're agoraphobic.
Man is literally the most dangerous game. So, I think that's the saying.
It is the saying, and yet when people say it, it sounds like they're the danger to you, but it's really the other way around. And like, I feel like I don't see that story like the game doesn't seem to hunt the hunter. You know what I mean?
No, I don't know what
I don't really.
I do know what she means. I know what you meant. That made sense.
Man's the most dangerous game, so I hunt them, and I'm the one who always stays alive. Whereas it's less like, well, if they're the most dangerous, they should be killing you a good chunk of the time, right?
You have to.
They are in films like Ready or Not. That's a very dangerous, but that's a woman. The woman is.
That's the difference. Yeah.
So woman is the most dangerous game.
They're both bragging about how dangerous they are, and then just Marina Shafir comes and kicks both their asses.
Fuck yeah, get them.
Oh, I'd love that.
Anyway, Prince Nana came out and was talking, and he was distracting Brody so that Swerve could sneak up on Brody and brain him with his wedding chain and then choke him out with his wedding chain in front of the El Paso crowd, who, to my ear, definitely did know that they should boo it, but weren't booing it as much as they should have. Could have booed, I think, a little more. Swerve is working really hard. Swerve is working
really
his
doing
ass
his
off.
best. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I liked this.
Yeah, I did too.
I did get distracted. I did get distracted at the end of it because when Nana was like talking, I was like, "Oh, remember when Hangman threatened to steal Nana's weed?" Then I had to go watch that clip
In the middle of the show.
Yeah,
great. Love that for you. I love, Leah, that you were like, I'm sitting up and I'm watching Dynamite sitting up so that I stay locked in, except for those moments when I remember something that happened on Dynamite in the past, and I just go watch that instead while sitting up.
We're all improving at our own paces.
Yep. So true, Queen. You want to talk about the leather?
I understand that leather is for heels. I don't think that Hangman. I don't think that Swerve needs that crutch, and I think he could wear other things. It
does feel like right now it's like leather pants are expensive, and he's going to wear them. He spent the money already. Like, no matter what what kind of feedback he gets. He's going to wear those pants.
Do you remember when Tiffany Haddish, wasn't it her who bought an expensive Oscar dress and then she wore it to every single party for the next 6 months because she was like, this is the most expensive thing I've owned. I'm going to wear it constantly.
Good for her. She's so cute.
Beautiful. I know. She's the best.
I think that it's to me, it's the leather on some level. I guess I'm just leather should be really tight. If I see like folds in leather, if it's just normal fitting leather and it's kind of not baggy exactly, but you know what I mean? Textural. I'm that's a trash bag. Now we're just wearing a trash bag, like that one picture of Sarah Michelle Gellar, where I think she was Freddie Prinze Jr. doesn't like my new pants, and it was yeah, they are a trash bag. That's why. But he would like them if they were on Swerve, I guess.
I wonder when that Buffy reboot comes out.
Oh, I don't know.
Just thinking it's been a while since we heard about it, so it must be in motion.
I wonder who's involved with that. Did you guys see that Nathan Fillion has been teasing a Firefly reboot by going around to the houses of everyone who was in Firefly and being it's time. I didn't actually watch it. I just saw something.
That sounds like Nathan Fillion, and B, my immediate reaction was those Firefly nerds can't get what they've wanted for 20 years or whatever at this stage. Don't let them. No offense, Firefly nerds.
I liked Firefly fine, but I don't necessarily at all understand why anyone has been clamoring for more of it for 20 plus years is what I will say.
That's my opinion
actually
as well.
I think longer than that. But the reason I brought it up was because that's also a Joss Whedon joint, and I'm is Joss Whedon involved in any of these, or how canceled is?
I don't think he is. I think he's too canceled, but maybe not. I don't know.
Has he done anything? I actually don't remember how canceled he got, if I'm honest.
He got medium canceled, but it's true that he could still be working.
He didn't run a good set, and he did not create good working conditions for women, which is really bad. Bad.
Getting hard canceled is just you have to leave public life for 6 months, and then you can go back to touring Madison Square Garden. So
it's true. None of it is anything. None of it is anything.
His last producer credit is 2021. Wow. So
was that for the Shakespeare? He did that.
It's a TV series called The Nevers that I've never heard of.
That you've never heard of. Oh, never. Well, anyway, we'll probably be watching it. So moving on. Mox fought Hechicero. Did you say, was this a joke that you made, Ann? Because it was a joke
I stole from Mark Gallup, but he said boobs of wrath about it. Beautiful.
Stolen valor. But you know what? You shared it, so you gave him his credit. You didn't share it. It's his credit. Good. It's his credit. Boobs of wrath. This was totally fine. Don Callis, I guess, wanted to scope out Mox's pay-per-view vibe. So that's why he sent Hechicero at him. Because he was I think was just kind of how are you fighting these days? Can I get you injured before the pay-per-view? And he didn't get him injured because he did win. And Takeshita did come out and to check on Hechicero, which was nice. And then Mox and Takeshita looked at each other rough. Yeah. So I think that's what happened there.
Do you think that was the first time Takeshita met Hechicero?
I don't know.
Seems possible.
It's a big mansion, so you're not going to see everyone. You're not going to know all your brothers in the mansion. Obviously.
No, it's too many. Yeah.
Maybe they really like each other though. Maybe it's he came out because he's
maybe
he and I go way back. We break ham together regularly.
He's my ham buddy, my ham brother,
my ham bro.
Everyone in the mansion actually is assigned one ham brother, and because when they throw you a whole ham, you have to split it. You only get half a ham at a time. We're in a ham shortage. Protein is pretty expensive these days.
What if you and your ham brother both catch a ham at the hamming?
Then you gotta. Then it's a real free-for-all, I think. I think just ham's flying everywhere, because then any ham brothers that didn't catch a ham
are going to attack you for your ham.
Yeah, they're going to attack you for your ham.
How is Don Callis keeping his boys in check if he can't afford enough ham for all of them? They're all so large and they're all so violent.
It's so true. It's hey, if you can't afford to take care of your boys, don't keep adopting them.
Keep adopting.
Should we call CPS on the Don Callis mansion? It's these boys, they're wrestling for ham.
love the idea of someone being like, "Ma'am, you're gonna have to say that again."
And they're like, how old are these boys?
For him, it's a tale as old as time. Okay, he won't stop adopting boys and making them wrestle for him.
They are all between the ages of 25 and 45, and there's not enough ham for all of them.
I repeat, there is not enough ham for all of them. Anyway, then there was a Death Riders family promo. I will say, okay, I think the only thing that is of note that happened in this was that Yuta revealed his shaven head, correct?
Mm-hmm.
But I did watch on Collision, and I was like, you're such a comedy king. All of your fathers are comedians. Mm-hmm. I didn't realize that he'd come out for the DCF Death Riders match or whatever. Yeah. To wrestle, and wrestled in it with a hat on the whole time. And little Greggy was back, and Greggy was wrestling too. But he wrestled with a hat on the whole time, and there was a very funny moment on commentary. John Moxley said he's coming to terms emotionally with having no hair.
There was another moment on commentary where I forget, Nigel said something rude, and Mox, like the words he said was like, let's talk about that backstage, but he said it in the tone of someone in a meeting going, we're going to need to take that offline. And he said it in this prissy voice where he was like, Nigel, we can talk about that later. I lost it.
They're doing good work on commentary, I will say that. There was also, like, after he wore the hat for the whole match, and John Moxley came in, like, to celebrate with him afterwards.
What kind of hat was it? Was it like a beanie or?
Yeah, black beanie. Looked great. Looked really fun. And Mox was just kind of like, being like, you done good, my little boy, my little dear. And Yuta made this face that, like, it did look like he was coming to terms emotionally with having no hair. That's all I can describe, is that he did just look like, I'm so lost, Papa. I'm so lost right now. And his beanie had, like, come undone a little, and he's, like, grabbing it back on there. Like, I don't know how I'm going to live like this, Papa. I don't know if I can do it. So it's brave of him that he did take that hat off for this promo, and he said, this is me. I have just a little stubbly on my head, and I have a really big beard that I'm keeping because I need it.
It seems like if they're going to shave your head, they should shave the beard too, right? Like,
I do think it's more humiliating to leave it, honestly. I mean, with a normal beard, it wouldn't be, but with his beard.
Now, Anne, do you think that they would stop at the beard, or are you advocating for like a full body shave?
A full body shave, I think. Yeah, they've got to shear him all the way.
They're going to need a real late night show before they can get into that.
Top to tail, that's what I say. They can use those blur bars.
I cannot wait to someday watch the episode of Dynamite that ends presumably at 11:30 to 12 p.m. because we're going a cool 4 hours or whatever.
Yeah.
Where it ends with the shaving of the head and then just like one little finger trailing down the chest, cut to black. Reopen on the late night porno show or whatever. That's what they're always playing on TV after midnight, right? The late night porno show. Is that right?
Yeah, that's my understanding.
But as soon as you cross that threshold, yeah, they can just straight up show you hardcore porn.
It's just men being shaved full time after midnight. Yeah,
just stick around
with that. It's natural.
It's very natural to shave people.
Maybe they just shoot you to pay-per-view porn. It's like...
Yeah, so they could do it on a pay-per-view. No problem. You buy a wrestling pay-per-view and it ends with Yuta being full body shaved.
Full body nude shaved, which is fine. It's natural.
I just remembered just now, because I was like, who would shave Yuta? And I just remembered right now what the rude thing that Nigel said was, which is, do you think that Danny is the weakest member of the Death Riders?
Oh my God.
I mean, I do think he's right, but wow, to say such a thing to a boy's father.
To a boy's father. But I think that if Danny started shaving Yuta,
it would be a dominance move. Yeah. For sure. Maybe Danny and Yuta should fight to see who gets to full body shave who.
Yes.
Oh, hair versus hair match, but it's about pubes.
Yep. Full Brazilian. Yep.
Do you think we can still get that booked for Revolution? There's still time. That's perfect. Wow. And you invented a new type of match. Which one of you did that? Did you do that?
I think it was Ann. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, Ann. Wow.
I mean, it was a group effort. I can't take all the credit. Yeah.
I know, but you got us across the finish line. You get to do the touchdown dance. You know, the whole team gets it there.
That ball. Yeah.
Yeah. That was a great dance. Okay, let's move on, I guess. I don't know what the fuck is happening. Bucks and FTR had a sit-down conference room segment with Renee and FTR. I did spell it Renee like a French man accidentally.
I loved it. I loved the French man.
I love the idea of that as a little alter ego for Renee. Just a little something to play with. Does one of you want to talk about what happened in this segment? What went down?
FTR came in. The Bucks went full ham, yelling at them for pushing and shoving their mother and father.
They were hamming so hard that I'm surprised those Don Callis boys didn't sniff them out and come in, take a big bite. Those hungry boys.
2 ham brothers, one on each side of a buck, just ripping.
The Bucks can never safely fight the Don Callis family again. They just can't.
Yeah,
they would get consumed.
Yeah.
Very funny. What did Matt say or Nick said? One of them was like, "You shoved our mother and father."
Incredible.
Great. So they had a little back and forth about, how influential or important each of them are as a tag team, with FTR making some of their classic claims. We'll get there in a second. And they had agreed not to hit each other. They'd agreed no hitties. But then on their way out, the FTR did the cruelest thing that you could possibly do. Only the Young Bucks are allowed to do it. They hit Brandon. Instead.
By the way, Brandon's arms look huge lately. I was like, wow,
good
Brandon.
for him.
He has gone tall.
He got big.
They were like, we might have signed no hitsies with you, but not with Brandon.
And I did feel like, well, Brandon is their family. So surely you agreed to do no hitsies on their family anymore. I guess.
And
not.
also, Brandon was filming for BTE, so I was like, he's just a man at work.
It's just a man at work. It does feel like, find them $200,000, Tony, because there's 2 of them and they hit a man at work.
Yeah. In a conference room, of all places. You can't hit people in a conference room. That's against everything.
God knows we've all wanted to sometime.
Of course we have.
How much did Swerve get fined?
$100K.
It should be $100K per FTR.
Absolutely, it should. 100 for drip and 100 for dribble. 200 honestly, total.
Throw in a 300 for Stokely. He didn't stop it.
Throw in a 300. Yes. Charge them. Okay.
I love that they were in a conference room. Like, the Bucks have really been taking us in additional backstage spaces, which is just always a delight for me.
Yeah, I know. They know that we want to explore the environment. We want it to, it's like, this is our video game. We want to see every single space that you can see. And people are constantly being like, there's no more spaces to see. Yes, there are. There's a whole building back there.
Yeah. And take us back to catering if you're out of spaces. I'd love to
let's go back to
be
catering
there every
again.
week.
We haven't been there for so long.
I know. We've only been there once in 5 years.
We've been there one time. It blows. Okay, so I know we have some FTR chatter, but let's save that for after this section about how also... Yeah.
Before we get to one last thing about this section.
Yeah.
Did you guys think that Matt's black eye made his eyelashes look even crazy longer?
Yeah, beautiful. Beautiful baby cow.
That was just my
beautiful baby cow. And cows do sometimes have a kind of a permanent black eye. It's just called like a marking around their eyes.
Do you think we should start calling that Matt's marking?
Sure. Yeah, I'm going to say yes.
And then we could be like, and his face looked beautifully utter pink, cow's utter pink. To go along with his marking.
With his dark marking around his eye. Made his lashes pop. I love to describe an attractive man in a way that any reasonable person would be like, do you hate him? Like, what do you mean? No, I love him. Actually, I love him more than words can say. And that's why I describe him in this deranged manner. Okay. So at I don't know, 10 p.m., whatever time the show is on, for me 9, for you 10, at 10 p.m., as the show should be ending.
Yeah.
Tommasso Ciampa comes out. And he comes out. And we thought it was a match, so we were like, you absolutely must be fucking kidding us right now. But he was just coming out to chit chat with Renee, and he just wanted to talk. He had a segment. I will say he had like a pre-tape segment on Collision before he fought Jay Lethal, and I don't think that matters. But the pre-tape was funny because for some reason a lot of it was just about like loving Mark Briscoe, or it was like Mark Briscoe being like, "You really are that guy, Tommaso Ciampa," and I was like, I guess you guys love each other a lot. Maybe it's what's happening here.
I did laugh because I think when our first episode back about him, we were like, we need to find him a man lover. And all of our listeners were like, it's literally Mark Briscoe. And I know you guys don't want to hear that. I know that's not what you want to hear. He kissed Mark Briscoe in the episode that you saw. And we were like, I can't hear you.
And to be clear, you guys didn't tell me about that even. So I didn't know.
See it. I can't see anyone kissing Mark Briscoe. It doesn't.
When I watched the kiss, I didn't find it to be like that sexual. But I will say they both do seem enchanted with each other. So I guess
I mean, if they did a sexual kiss, I guess my heart is open, but yeah, those non-sexual.
There's something about Mark Briscoe that makes men go wild, and I don't understand it.
I know. Yeah. It does feel like men are always saying, like, don't you understand, like, how animally attractive he is? And it's just like, I don't, but I love that he is. I love that he's doing this to you. Like, things you don't even understand. You don't even understand how you feel about Mark Briscoe, except how strong, the strength of it. Anyway, Tommaso Ciampa comes out and he's like, I love Mark Briscoe. I love Mark Briscoe sexually and romantically. No, he did not say that. He was just like, I want my belt back. It's the whole deal.
He said Kyle Fletcher had taken his belt and renamed it without his consent, which is like, well, you only had that belt for like 2 days. So I don't know if it's really yours.
Literally textbook. I've only had this belt for 2 days, but if I ever lost it, I would kill everyone in this room and then myself.
True.
But we're all still here.
This whole segment felt like they were filling time, but it was literally as the episode should have been ending. So the whole time I was just like, why is this happening?
Maybe the president of TNT was like, hey, guys, so your half an hour overrun tonight. That's guaranteed. And Tony was like, oh, I didn't ask for one. It's like, well, you have it. And it's like, fuck.
That is how it felt. And the executive was like, you go to 20 minutes after every week. How did you not expect this? And Tony was like, crap, Ciampa, out there.
Tony was like me earlier being like, I'm doing a really, really bad schedule, so I bet we'll zoom right through it. Anyway, so Ciampa's doing his little interview. Cue FTR's music. These fucking guys. They cruise on out there. Dax gets nose to nose with Ciampa. Like, he thinks we want to see him do some kissing. We don't. So jot that down. And then it's like, is he going to hit him? What's he going to do? No, he embraces him in a large hug. And he says, I don't know if you guys knew this, gesturing at the audience, but me and Dribble here, we actually went to WWE, the company that Tommaso Ciampa has come to us from. He went there. It's a big company, guys. We don't like it anymore. Obviously, we love it here, but it's a big deal to have gone there. He went there. We actually went there, too, the two of us. We knew him back in the day. Just us and Ciampa were the kings of WWE, and we will be kings again. I think was the gist of it. Does that sound right?
That's what I got from it, yeah. It was one of these things where it's like, I know we're always like wanting them to like expound on previous relationships and stuff, but for this one, I was just like, I don't think NXT should be canon for us. I don't think that's right. I don't think it should be referred to on this show. Like, get out of here with this.
It's unfortunate. I don't want to hear even a mention of it. I don't like it, and I don't want to be confronted with it.
And yet sometimes it does feel like the wrestling program that we hear the most about. We are always learning things against our will about what happened on NXT 15 years ago. I'd rather hear about Ring of Honor. Can you believe I'm saying
100%.
Tell me another story about the Ring of Honor old days. Get these guys out of here. Not you, Tommaso. You can stay. I like looking at you. I'm interested in you. But Ciampa did say that he hated FTR 10 years ago, and he still hates them today. And then did he do anything? Did he fight out? Oh, yeah, he beat a little. He did a little beating.
Yeah, he reversed what they did. They did to Brandon, where they were like, he was like, you guys signed a no hitsies, but I didn't.
So did they had a no hitsies for the whole night with everyone?
No, just with the Bucks. So they couldn't hit the Bucks, but he was like, you couldn't. The Bucks couldn't hit you, but I can.
Oh, but I can. Oh, so he likes the Young Bucks.
That's why I said at Watching this segment, I just said, I just know he's going to become a Buck's third man soon, and it's going to piss me off.
And I unfortunately was like, I'm open to it. Like, not as a permanent thing, but just like a 1 or 2 off where it's like, we just see what they do with that dynamic. I'm open to letting my kings explore that.
Well, I mean, you know that no middleman is a permanent position, obviously.
No.
So, yeah.
The most dangerous position there is in the company.
Yeah.
There is no job security.
I'm certainly open to having a troll king in that role with his 4 useless sons, you know?
And, like, seeing if they wanted to dress a little D&D for it, you know? Like, if they're like, what if they were like, we'll play at being troll sons? Wouldn't that be fun? It'd be hard. They're so beautiful.
You said dress D&D, and I just pictured immediately like an elven princess, so that I got like confused when you were like troll son, and I was like, oh yeah, that would make more sense.
a little elven princess is exactly perfect. They would love to play a pair of elves, like Nick doing like boy mode elf.
They could wear little tiaras and stuff. Yeah, they could have sort of gossamer robes.
Oh my god, I'd love to see them in some gossamer robes.
Yeah,
this idea is money. Great. Yes, good. What you guys want to talk about? You want to talk about your little fun topic? You want to talk about it? Like, they're so shy now. They don't even want to talk about their favorite video.
There was a YouTube video. Hashtag sell FTR into white slavery that we watched this week, and it was really deranged, and it was all I needed from a YouTube video in my whole life.
It was 17 minutes long. I watched it 3 times in a row because I enjoyed it so much.
It's all about why FTR sucks, and they owe their whole career to the Young Bucks.
I like that was the kind of like the thesis statement that like didn't make it into the presentation of the video, got slipped in about 5 minutes in. It was like, this is actually about how fucking good the Young Bucks are.
Yeah.
It was an enchanting video in my opinion, because so many things were said that I agreed with 100%. And then a few things were said that were so crazy.
Yeah.
And I was just like, that, I didn't know. Huh.
I didn't know it was possible to think that. It was like, amen. Yes. Huh.
I loved it because you only hear that kind of delusion from Hangman stands and CM Punk fans.
Yeah.
You never hear people get on a microphone and just say with their whole pussy, like, every single person in AEW is only famous because they stood next to the Young Bucks one time.
Yeah.
There's a part in this video, which again, like, we couldn't recommend more, and so much of it was just like, you're completely right for that, and people aren't saying it enough. And then at one point, he's just running through, he's like, listen to all these guys that the Young Bucks knew over in New Japan, and they wouldn't have been fucking shit if not for the Young Bucks. Ever heard of a little guy called Kenny Omega? He was fucking nothing until he started working with the Young Bucks.
That was incredible. I was like, I have never heard anyone come close to saying something like that. And it is the Young Bucks just don't attract standing like that.
No.
And then in the video, he also let slip that for 10 years he hated the Young Bucks. It's like, what happened to you? And can we make it happen to others?
He let that slip so close to the end of the video, too, after you had heard things that were just like, how? How could you have not liked them for 10 years and then had a revelation so intense that you just told me that you think that Kenny Omega is famous because of the Young Bucks?
Kenny Omega would be nothing were it not for him working with the Young Bucks.
Because the Young Bucks gave him the rub.
I'm fucking obsessed with it. I'm obsessed with it. And everything you said about FTR was right. I was just like, they are trash.
Yeah.
It gave me the same satisfaction as watching an H Bomber Guy video where I was just like, the way he just logically dismantled everything that anyone's ever said about the FTR, it just felt so good.
Yeah. That was incredible.
Amazing stuff. Anyway,
self-serious, pretentious, uncreative.
The other thing that I found though funny, at one point he was like, what was he distinguishing between, like, pretentious and something else? And then he was Will Ospreay, of course, very pretentious. And I was like, that's crazy. That's actually
that was wild too.
And
I think it was
because
ambitious.
He's just trying to push his own body to the limits. And I was like, because he's dumb. What do you mean?
Right. And I think he was also like, FTR instead are like in service of tag team wrestling, so their ambition is like better than Will Ospreay's potential. I was like, okay, every word of this is wild.
Yeah,
but
you've
sure.
lost me there.
You've lost me, but I'm on your side. I'm on your side for sure. Not about that. About most of it. Not about that. Right. And I don't really understand that, but about the rest of it for sure.
Joining your army 90% of the time.
All right. We watched the Brawling Birds fight. Let's not even talk about the inspiration right now because it's like, should we even do it? Let's fucking skip it. And then I don't think we got any developments in the Thunder Rosa Tekla murder storyline, except Tekla and Thunder Rosa did fight, and I didn't think it was a great match. Honestly, I didn't love it. No. But I was kind of sleepy, so I don't know. Could have been good.
I have just a problem with Thunder Rosa right now where it's just like she hasn't done anything wrong in years, and yet I'm still like in some way just like I don't want to see you. But like that, I do think it's kind of unfair. I do think I need to reset a little bit because I don't know why I'm aggressively like go away.
I'm feeling like that too, and I also am like, is this like misogyny? It's like I know there were like some rumors, but I don't even remember what they were. Like I don't think I'm holding a grudge, but I don't know. She feels kind of entitled coming back, but then I'm like, who cares? I don't know. Yeah.
That is a dangerous word to use for sure.
I know. Yeah.
I don't know. I think I'm just like, I think it's like I need a character note that isn't like I used to be champ and I want to be champ again, and also I'm in all these. Just like the whole setup, like our Cloud story makes sense to me. I'm like, that's great, but that's not the actual story. And I don't know what the actual story is. And I don't think that you should come back and be like, I don't know. But then maybe it's fine. I don't know. Do we even have anything to say?
I don't know.
It's just, but like, she doesn't have any other character note. And I resent the women's division always being put in this position where Chris and Thunder Rosa are just now allies.
Yeah.
She's basically not around like Willow and Harley anymore, and it's like they don't bother to flesh that out at all. They're just you just have to accept this new reality where she's best friends. I mean, like she's not even giving best friends; she's allies.
Well, she did like clutch Thunder Rosa's head to her bosom after she got murdered, like really intensely, to a degree that it was just like. In my Cloud story, I'm like, and Thunder Rosa was so out of it that she was about to scream, "We killed a man!" So Chris had to cover her mouth.
I mean, that makes sense. It makes more sense than anything else.
Yeah. Makes total sense. Sure.
No. It is like they just got slapped together, and then Thunder Rosa, like, it feels like Chris is playing second fiddle to her a little bit, which I don't love. And it is just like, this is nonsensical. No one seems to care that it's nonsensical, which,
Yeah. I don't know.
Which all of that isn't Thunder Rosa's fault necessarily, but it's not helping anything.
Let's give me a little something. Just give me a little something more. And preferably it's the murder stuff, which I'm pretty into.
I'd love them to lean into the murder stuff. Yeah.
Just lean into the murder storyline that you clearly started.
Yeah. Once you start a murder storyline, like, don't drop it.
Let's give this about 5 seconds, but I just have to say that Hook did 2 promos this week. So the one that I saw first is where he was hanging around with Shibata, and he was like, Shibata, king of international recruiting, back from a successful international recruiting trip. Did you catch any? And Shibata just shakes his head like, truly just like, didn't try, boss. Didn't even fucking try.
Didn't even ask a single person. Forgot you told me to do that.
Then Hook just goes, that makes sense. Like, he's like, which I was like, are you supposed to be, like, how do you mean that? Where it's like, he was like, did you find any amazing international stars? Shibata's like, no. He's like, absolutely, of course you fucking did. Outside of America? I'm like, what's happening here? What are we doing here?
Or maybe it's like, I knew you wouldn't try, so.
He'll just say anything. He's just so excited to be in charge. He's like, totally. I love it. I love that you were there, though. And he, in this promo, mentions, he's like, of course, Anthony Bowens is trying to join, and we'll see if that happens. I was like, Anthony Bowens is trying to join. So then I watch Collision, and I see Anthony Bowens in a promo approach Hook to be like, Hook, as you and I both know, looking around meaningfully, as you and I both know, we're good friends. We're actually very good friends. And I'm at loose ends, I guess because he won Worst Storyline of the Year, which is crazy.
When I think of the shit that I saw on that TV, and you idiots voted,
I hate you people.
One of the greatest Twitter feuds. Like, it was on Twitter. Shut up.
Stupid motherfuckers. I want Max Caster back, and I want him now. Whatever. Anyway, but I guess it's onwards and upwards for Mr. Bowen. So,
and they're lucky that I'm going to give them the friendship thing because they have, like,
we know that
it exists. But I will say it only exists because they post a picture once a year and tag it the lads.
The lads.
and that's their friendship. It's like you're gonna have to give me a little catering hangout if you want me to believe
I know.
this.
I would have loved if it, instead of just being like, of course we're great friends, you were like, you and I love playing frisbee golf together, and we always have, and we're always playing frisbee golf. Like something like tell me what you guys do together. You know, what are you doing? What are you up to, boys?
Yeah,
you know,
that's true.
Anyway, but Anthony Bowens was like, as we all know, I'm good friends. I'm looking for a crew. I'd love to join up. Hook, he must know it's funny. He must know what's happening is funny.
I think he has to.
At this point, right? He knows
I think
this is
so.
funny.
I think that makes sense. Like Shibata saying, "No, I didn't find anyone." Like they're doing.
It's comedy, right? It's comedy.
It has to be. It has to be.
It's comedy. It's comedy. It's good comedy. It's good comedy.
It's
I mean,
great
kind
comedy.
of because it has an amateur quality to it. You know.
Because you're not 100% sure they're doing it on purpose. That's what elevates it. Honestly,
that's really it is what puts it over the edge.
When Hook was like, "We are friends, but this is business."
And it is like a little boy who just learned the word business. He was like, that's important. That is important.
Yeah.
When I do business, I'm an important boy. This isn't friendship. This is business. And he said, the Opps is a group of killers. Shibata, killer. Samoa Joe, killer. Hook, killer. Bowens, killer. Let me think about it. And you make sure you think about what I said. I'm like, what part? About whether he could kill? I guess. It was just... You know, anyway, I love it. Yeah. I could turn on a dime and hate it at a moment's notice.
Oh, sure.
But I love it for now.
Now.
Tread carefully. And final topic of the night, we learn more about Clark Connors. Finally. No, just kidding. That's just what it said in the... I thought that was funny. I don't think you learned that much about him in the promo, honestly. No. Darby and OC teamed up, as predicted. Probably the only people who predicted it on this podcast. I'm just kidding. Everyone knew it was going to happen. I didn't know that's where we were going with it. Darby and OC teamed up and they won the match. But they got beaten up afterwards by a new man, David Finlay, who came out with a shillelagh and beat him up and then piled their limp bodies on top of each other. The way the bodies should be treated. Yeah. And he knows the other men in the ring, Clark Connors and Gabe Kidd.
The dogs.
The dog. Woof, woof. Too many dogs at this company right now. A lot of dogs. Say that. Yeah. Our cat idea has never felt more like something that has to come to be. Just to
the cool cats. Yeah.
Yeah. War Ready Gabe Kidd and Clark Connors. He knows them because they all went to NJPW prep school together, and they were in a faction there. Was it also called the Dogs?
War Dogs.
Yeah.
Oh, so there were the War Dogs there. But now they're just the Dogs?
Because they can't use War Dogs.
Because NJPW owns it?
Yeah. All right. Someone on one of the Discords that we are in said that a similar thing happened when people left Bullet Club to join WWE, and they named the new faction The Club.
It's interesting to me that in the world of wrestling, they only understand the concept of, like, we can remove a word and not, like, we could add a different word in. We could add any number of different adjectives in is a possibility, but perhaps really not.
All kinds of things you could do. Yeah, or you could just go with the Dogs because it sounds really cool.
The Dogs.
The Dogs.
The Dogs.
The Dogs of War. They couldn't get that one.
They got that.
I'm sure you'd have to go to court about it. I understand. So David Finlay, met this new man. They're all elite. We're so proud to have these 3 prep school boys with us now.
Because we needed new men. We didn't have enough.
We don't have enough men. There's no such thing as enough men. Enough dangerous men. We need some more dangerous men.
Get some dangerous ones in here.
What'd you think of the new one?
I had such a negative reaction to Clark Connors that I was worried about what was going to happen. I like him. I like David Finlay. He has a cool vibe.
I'll tell you, Leah, I liked him too, but I can't, from minute to minute these days, I'm like, who knows what Leah could say to me? She's zigging and zagging on me. I don't know what's pleasing her or why. I love it.
He's got a dumb little ponytail that looks, even in the small movements he was doing in the ring, it already was starting to fall out of place and go weird on his head. I'm excited. Yeah, it's the Wardlow. I'm very excited about
he's
that.
He's rocking the Wardlow.
I'm going to be on ponytail watch.
That's so interesting that you both liked him, because I really didn't like him. I was like, this is I think probably because Darby and OC were in the ring, and I was like, you see them and you know exactly their vibe, they're distinctive, they have a personality. This is just a normal man. Like, his gimmick is normal man.
He had a shillelagh. He had a shillelagh.
I mean, he had a shillelagh, but like, it just, to me, I was like, this is an NXT vibe, which I was like, what do you mean by that? And then I was like, I think it's just like an Adam Cole, and Roddy, where it's like, we're just normal men. We don't have a gimmick. We just wrestle good. And it's like, well, everyone here wrestles good. So, I mean, we'll see. Like, my heart is open, but I was just kind of like, we don't need more regular men wrestle medium good.
If you're right, I will also turn on him, because of course I don't want to see a normal man. I'm hoping that he skitters into the ring on all fours with Gabe Kidd.
I mean, sure, if he does
while
that,
wearing his tight little pants. I would love if Gabe Kidd, fish belly pale, is golluming into the, I don't know which of you said it. Was it you, Leah? You said he's Gollum? I can't stop thinking about it. I'm just like, he's golluming. He's golluming everywhere. He's golluming all over the place. Golluming in, and I would love David Finlay to just be like, me too, in my tight little pants that look like they could crack, and it crack. Rip.
I love if they were coming in together and Gabe Kidd started golluming, and then you see David Finlay like look over be like, oh, we're golluming, and then start golluming, like, as though
and he looks awkward, like he doesn't do it with any grace. Yeah, I'm loving.
I mean,
that.
I guess, yeah.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. I am loving it. Yeah, I want to see that.
I want it to be like he's convinced that he has to do that in order to fit in AEW. Gabe Kidd is like, I'll show you the ropes. You just follow me. Do what I do.
Yeah. If a man his gimmick was, I'm the new kid and I'm pretty insecure about it, but I've unfortunately made friends with the weirdest dudes here. Like, yeah, that's a good gimmick.
I do think we need to have a discussion at some point about whether you should be allowed to come in with all your NJPW buddies and then be in an NJPW faction and not like socialize. Like, I'm like, I think you should at least have to mandatorily join a club, you know?
Yeah.
I want to see you be forced to interact with our guys, and I want it to go bad. Not in the ring, outside the ring. Just when you're talking.
I want you to have a very awkward interpersonal reaction, and then I want you to shit talk each other separately.
I like what I like. What can I say? And then, anyway, so that's what's going on. Do you want to give him a rating? Do you want to? I think he's about to. I think he'd get some weird ratings here right now.
Yeah, I'd give him like a 3 or a 4.
I'd give him a 7. I was really into it.
Wow.
I'm gonna give him a 6. I'll give him a 6. That's not bad. That could be way worse. Could be way better too, though. So I'm not.
The 6 is a positive,
I know I said it a bunch of times, but I do want to be clear though. Like in future, like I will not be calling it his shillelagh. I called it his. I like his little stick, is what I said, and I'll probably continue to say.
I probably will call it shillelagh because I love saying the word shillelagh, and I don't get enough opportunities in my life. So
that's so fair.
I don't know if I've ever said it before.
Today. I keep trying to sing a country song with it. Like, I don't know why. And I don't think I can I think there is a path that I think there's a reason that it's happening in my brain, but I don't know exactly why. So I'll have to get there eventually. That's all I can say. And then later we had a backstage segment with Shut up. Later we had a backstage segment where OC had gotten all beaten up, and he was kind of being us a little bit. Like, did you think that was his energy where he's just like, I'm all hurt, and he's just like, and then we'll just fight you at Revolution whenever that is. I don't know, next week, could be the week out. I don't know which week it is. I don't know when it is, so we'll fight you then at Revolution. And I was like, oh, our son, he learned that from us.
Wasn't he like, and we'll probably fight the week after that, and the week after that, it really was us being like, why are you locked in endless conflict with the same people? Like, yeah, I feel you.
He really has been doing something recently that actually, as I say, it makes me kind of nervous. That is just like, I could retire. What am I doing here? Actually, just fight them this week, and then the next week, and then the next week, and then the next week. I could retire. I have money in the bank.
Yeah.
Don't.
Nope.
You stay where you are.
Better not. You're our last one left.
Oh my God. We have no sons.
We have no sons.
I like that Greg, he's like, I'm still alive.
We can see Greg.
We can see Greg. Yeah.
I know, but I'm like, Greg, I like you. I want you to be in relation to people I love. You know,
I know. It's like
there's no one in the Don Callis
yourself.
family who like
You're just in the basement with your ham. I know, and it's like, and I just expect Greg to be here for 2 weeks, and then he'll probably pop his titty again.
What was he even out with this time?
I don't even know. Yeah.
Oh no, never mind. I was like, an arm thing. That was the last.
He
time.
fought
That
with
was
that.
the last time.
He fought with that. Greg, I'm just stay safe. Anyway, let's do our bodies.
Hey, now that's a boy that I could get into.
Oh, God, this is such a good wrestle boy.
Perfect boy. Glide, you beautiful boy.
Best spots in AEW tournament. Awesome. So we are on week 2 of our Beautiful Bodies B2 tournament. I have the scores here. So for the Blue League, we've got Bandito, Mark Davis, and Matt Jackson with 3 points each. I'm doing Connie's scoring for no particular reason. And
fun.
then 3 points for a win, you know? It's normal.
Yeah.
And then we've got Hangman, Mox, and the Beast Mortos with 0, which seems crazy, but it's a long tournament. We'll keep going.
So sick.
They're all beautiful bodies. It's ridiculous for any of them to have 0.
They're all winners.
And then for the Gold League, Swerve, Takeshita, and Jack Perry all have 3 points with a win, whereas Andrade, Brody, and Eddie are at 0. So, but it's anyone's game this week.
Oh yeah,
So,
anybody could take it.
Oh, yeah. And we're doing 8 matches today because we're going to have to do 8 matches for the next 3 weeks. And then we'll have our finals. So
This is hard work. This is hard work,
Yeah.
people. But
we
someone
got to
has
get into
do
it. Yep. I did random number generators again, although, you know, I try to, everyone gets a match and then we've got 1 bonus match in each league. So some people are fighting twice in one night, which takes a lot out of you, but they're up for it. So we've got, for the Blue League, Beast Mortos versus John Moxley.
I know these are the same pictures as last week, but I still can't internalize that those pictures of the Beast Mortos are the same.
I keep waiting for someone to correct us and be like, you stupid bitches. Obviously, that's X other person. But as you said last week, astutely, the tattoos. So it's got to be the same guy. Yeah, it's so, I mean, it's going to be unfair to the Beast Mortos because he is clearly an extremely beautiful man whose whole face we can't see. And it is obviously an extremely good body. It does not do it for me. So it's going to be John Moxley, for sure.
Nice.
Yeah.
That slutty little Vic? Come on. Finally, I get to reward it.
Yeah, it's the same for me. I mean, Beast Mortos, like, not in his bondage gear. Like, I do like his body a lot, but Mox just, he always gets me. And, yeah, so it's got to be Mox for me, too.
It's interesting that you say that because I'm like, in the bondage gear, I'm like, that's where the body is looking like thick, like he's giving Mox a run for his money. It's when I see that trim little waist that I'm like, I don't know about that.
See, I like seeing his demure abs, not close to the surface.
That's so true.
Yeah.
I think I genuinely am like a small child being like, he confuses me. These pictures confuse me. I can't find him attractive because I can't make it add up in my head how they're the same person.
Oh my God, you've scuppered his chances. We got to get some new pics in there for you.
Yeah, maybe I'll have to put like a second one in the gear instead of his selfie, and then we can just...
Yeah.
Just pretend he's always in his gear.
Yeah, so his body looks the same.
So, Mox for me as well.
All right,
Aw,
unanimous. Congrats, Mox.
Good work.
Okay.
Beautiful boy.
Next one, Gold League, Swerve versus Eddie.
Oh, that's rough.
This is so unfair. This is so fucking unfair.
And this slide has had a malfunction, too. I don't know where that blue box came from, but I can't worry about it now.
I'm not saying
like-
blue box.
Yeah, it's over Swerve.
really?
It has like an equal
Over
sign
Swerve.
in it.
Yeah.
It
Okay.
looks
Probably
like
hit
you
equals
looks
instead
like
of delete is what
censored
happened,
his
probably.
crotch area.
Don't look at it. Yeah.
Well, who's going to speak first? Who's going to speak?
Both beautiful bodies. And actually, like, the left-hand picture of Swerve is from last year, and then the right-hand one is from this year, and he doesn't look that different, which is sort of interesting.
No, I actually do. Like, everybody who's like, he got too muscly recently, I actually disagree with, because I'm like, he got bigger, like volume wise, but like I don't think his muscles became more prominent. Like they're not scary big.
I think the back muscles did. I don't know which ones those are, but like by the neck, like kind of up there. Like I think that's an area where he has bulked quite a bit. And it does make your movements different. Yeah. In a way that's like he is less like Slinky Cat. Like and he was so good when he was a little smaller at doing that, like, you know, it's just like Spike skulking around the graveyard thing. Yeah. Like, it's just like so erotic. And he's just has a bigger movement now.
It's true. And it is, you can see the traps in that picture and his butt too. So like, you know, we're not seeing him from behind in these pictures either, but the butt is not a negative. So.
No, it's a positive, I would say.
Yeah.
I do gotta go Swerve. It is it's hard though. I don't like that.
No. I know it's a really hard one, but Swerve really, really does it for me. So this picture of Eddie smoking though is like,
I know it's so good.
Yeah.
Oh, Eddie, you're winner in my heart.
I know. All right, so Swerve takes that one. Blue League, Hangman versus Bandito.
What if Hangman went 0 in every match?
I was like, Bandito looks really good. I really should have like gotten some Hangman picks that we haven't seen as much because I feel like
I think we might need to swap out some picks.
We'll have to get you some options.
Yeah, we'll go looking for some.
Yeah, I do think it's probably Hangman for me, this one, just in terms of like, I'm thinking, how do I react when I see them generally? And crazy.
Bandito does have a really sweet little bod, but I think it is Hangman for me as well.
Who did Bandito fight last week? Was it the Beast Mortos? I bet it was.
I think so, yeah. I think so.
Oh, man. Okay, I also Hangman. Yeah. Hangman. Man,
Boy,
it is hard, though, because these are such cutie little pics of Bandito.
I know.
I know. Yeah, it's crazy. And a man who can dance, that really elevates your bod, I tell you.
And I will say, this actually is something that we didn't even get into last week, and I will bring it up this week, though, is that this one picture of Hangman where he's in the whatsits, you know? The chaps. I don't like that look at all.
Really?
I do not care for that look, and I don't even, especially when he's got the Band-Aid, I almost said. You know, bandana over his mouth. Everything about it, I'm just like, you can't make me sexualize that. I don't. That's just not doing it for me. So I'm having to operate on memory quite a bit, and so I'll just say that. But I am voting for him, but I don't like that look.
A lot of unanimous decisions tonight, though, so that's
I know.
Exciting. So Hangman takes that one. Back to the Gold League, we've got Brody King versus Takeshita.
I love Takeshita, and I'm still thinking about the delicate stitch sentence, but for me, I'm like, I have some kind of feral reaction to Brody lately, which I forgot.
You always have. You actually always have.
I actually always have.
You've always been barking for Brody.
I know.
Yeah.
Someone in our Discord brought up recently that we were calling him Bronk for a while, which I had completely forgotten.
I'd forgotten too, yeah.
I love that the tone was just like, thank God you girls have left that behind you. And immediately I was just like, should we call him Bronk again? And then I was like, no, he earned Brody. He earned his actual name. All right. Goodbye, Bronk.
Get free of Malachi Black dragging him down.
God, but now I'm like, I can't believe we just let David Finlay have his actual name. So many new men have come in and we just call them by their names. We should be giving most of them, hazing names.
Hazing names.
Should we start calling David Finlay Donk?
Donk.
Let's call him Donk. Yeah,
I think that's good. I immediately feel like I like him more, so that's interesting.
Donk, Clonk.
Donk.
That's Clark Connors. Donk, Clonk, and Gollum. Donk, Clonk, and Gollum. That's a great little crew.
That's cute. What a cute little faction.
Do I love the dogs?
The dogs? Donk, Clonk.
Donk, Clonk, and Gollum.
It's lucky you didn't get Gonk.
You know what? We could still give him Gonk. I mean, you let me know what you think.
We can use both, yeah.
All right.
I do think it's Brody King for me, too. Yeah, he's so large. It's just
I know.
Whew.
I do. I think in this case, it seems so. every single decision in this tournament. Why do we even think this was a good idea? Every single decision seems cruel. I feel like this is a punishment more than anything. But I do want Bronk. Oh, Bronk, I missed you. I want Bronk to throw me around a little. So I gotta go Bronk on this one.
Yeah.
And the tattoos, and when you peer really hard, you can just see his little nippies in there.
Yeah. He could power bomb you onto a bed.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh man.
Oh yeah.
So true. So true. I think they probably both good, but
yeah, probably yeah. Brody, congratulations. All right, Blue League, Mark Davis versus Matt Jackson.
This
Good luck, ladies.
It seems unfair because it's like comparing two very different kinds of animals.
it's completely, and it's like they're not. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a sea creature, and a bear, I guess.
Baloo the bear.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Babar the elephant. Yeah.
Babar the elephant.
That was crazy.
Insane.
What?
I think it's more like Mark Davis is like Little John from the
from
Robin Hood.
Yeah. Yeah,
That's
I
true.
see that.
I've never thought Little John was sexy, but maybe this it.
But you thought Babar was?
No, I guess not. No.
I don't know. I'm just choosing from these bodies. I can't think straight. This is horrible. This is fucking
really
horrible.
horrible.
This is really horrible.
Did we say that it was Matt Jackson versus Mark Davis, or did we just start groaning?
No, I said it.
Oh, you did say it. Okay.
Yeah. For me, it's Mark Davis. I'll just say that. Especially in these pictures. My God.
No.
I think it's
Sorry to
Matt.
Matt Jackson. He has a
still-
perfect small cow body, but I want the big cow in this case.
I'm like splitting hairs here, where it's like with the last match with Bronk versus who was Bronk? Oh, Takeshita. I was like, I want Brody to be on me, and that's why I'm voting him. And so, but then it's like when I'm looking at these two, I'm like, well, like the competition is not just only which one I want to do me.
Matt Jackson should be in a museum.
He should
That's
be.
the thing about Matt Jackson's body is he should be in a museum.
He should be in a
He
museum.
should be preserved for science.
So it's I want Mark Davis on me. I want Matt Jackson in a museum.
For me to look at. And I want him held up as an example to all other bodies.
Yeah.
Be like this. But I want to take Mark Davis home. So it's very difficult for me. But I am going to go Matt Jackson.
Wow.
But I'm upset about it.
Deciding vote, Allie. No pressure.
I'm gonna deliver a horrible killing blow and vote for Mark Davis again.
Wow.
It really doesn't feel good though. It really doesn't feel good because I do agree. I do of course agree. I'm just like, it's like Matt Jackson. You're like, it's like he's a specimen. It's just like in a good way, but it's like Mark Davis. Like I want to find you in the swamp.
I want to find you in the swamp.
Swamp. The sexiest place you could think of. I want to have a pair with you at a rest stop.
Boy howdy. Boy howdy.
It is true that I'm not eating pears with Matt Jackson at a rest stop, but please.
I'm just
It would be
imagining
my-
Matt Jackson's face, just like Pierce at a rest stop. Whereas Mark Davis, I think, goes, Pear's at a rest stop.
Yeah.
Tell me
He's
more.
into it.
He
Yeah.
weirdly pulls one out of his back pocket. He's like, don't mind if I do.
He's
It's like, and it's
will
like
it be
that's
all
been in your
pulpy?
back pocket.
He's like, it's nice and soft.
Gently warm.
Gently warm. Yeah. He's got brie in the other pocket. He's like, the brie is a little melted.
Can I offer you a gently butt warmed pear? And it's just like, Mark Davis, you sure may.
In this trying time.
My God, this is horrible. Get these off my screen. I can't
All
look at
right.
this anymore. I feel sick.
Mark Davis takes it. Sorry to Matt Jackson and Hangman, but boy, it's a tough bracket. All right, Gold League, Andrade versus Jack Perry.
Thank God this is an easy one. This is
know.
not going to stress me out.
I know.
It's Jack Perry's little bod for me.
Jack
Yeah.
Perry, I mean, times a billion, for sure.
Yeah. Don't even
so
have to
funny.
think about
And
it.
there's Andrade, hello to your dick again. He works so hard on this body, and I love all of you who this is working for. I love that it's working for you, and it won't be working for me.
I know. It really is like if we put clothes on him, he'd have a shot. But
Absolutely, he'd have a shot.
yeah, but nope. Good job, Jake Perry.
Oh, you little cutie.
Blue League. This is when we hit our repeats. So we've got Beast Mortos versus Hangman.
Hangman.
Yeah, also going to get his ass handed to him. I fear.
Yeah, it's for sure Hangman. So,
Hangman.
all right, good job, Hangman. And Gold League, Swerve versus Takeshita.
Sorry, Takeshita.
I know, yeah.
We've already had one upset tonight. I fear we will not have another. So it's like I feel so bad. You know, look at your great bod.
I know,
It's gonna
so
be Swerve
pretty.
though. It is gonna be Swerve.
Swerve for me as well. So
It's the thighs too. It's just like, and Swerve is always wearing things that are really like. I mean, it's just his pants, I guess. Though it's the way his pants fit, but it's like his thighs are just like so really big and good. You know? And Takeshita, your thighs are big and good too, but they are not emphasized for effect. Especially not when you're wearing those big loose pants. Think about that.
I know his thighs do look. His skin looks very smooth and soft, which I do like. But
Yeah.
no,
Wow. We have some true hunks.
Yeah.
There's some
Yeah.
true
Some
hunks.
real hunks.
I
Real
mean,
hunks.
the bracket is a real murderer's row. So
Yeah.
yeah. Well, good job. We got through all 8 matchups.
Oh, we did a good job.
Some tough
We
ones.
did do a good job.
But yeah, loved it.
Oh, we're so good at our job.
Yeah.
This is horrible. This is really it just makes you feel ill. the things
Every
that
year
you
we do it and we suffer. Yeah. So
I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I just can't picture Matt Jackson in a swamp the way I needed to in that moment.
So when you say swamp, is it like a Shrek swamp kind of, or?
No, it's like when I was growing up. I don't know that I can get into this whole thing. When I was growing up, I had this children's book called The Bunyip of Berkeley's Creek. And it was about the bunyip is like an Australian, like Bigfoot type dealio mythical creature. And it's like about this bunyip that like comes out of the swamp that it's in and is like, what am I? Like, what the fuck am I? Like, and it's just going around asking people like, what am I? And everyone is just like, you're just a big lump. You're just a weirdo. And then eventually he figures out he's a bunyip. And you might say, like, what does this have to do with anything? And I'm like, I don't know. That's just kind of what I was picturing. Like I'm like in the bunyip swamp, and like Mark Davis comes out and he's like, what am I? And I'm just like, perfect. Like that's kind of like, and that was like, so it's like kind of, I guess what I'm saying is like something happened to me, like my mind when I was young. And I wish I hadn't said any of honestly, I wish I hadn't explained any of that. I wish I hadn't said a lick of that.
I love it. I love learning about the psychosexual stew that we all grew up in,
And we all
individual.
And we all have one. And if you're out there thinking, no, I don't, yes, you do. Just get in touch with it,
Yeah.
Just get in
Explore.
touch with yourself.
Yeah.
Is there
Find out how you feel about Babar the elephant before you blurt things out,
You know what? We've all said things tonight. Leah, what do you think is the craziest thing you said tonight? Anna's attracted to Babar. I think that Mark Davis should be in a bunyip swamp. What did you say?
Did I say anything weird? Probably all normal. I think I probably said normal stuff. I think that's probably. I think the listeners right now are like, Leah was crazy normal. Like, really
What did James
normal.
and Rich call you, like the titty master or something?
Listeners, you just let Leah know if she said anything weird tonight. Let us know what you think the weirdest thing anybody said tonight was. And I think you
Every week we can have a little vote on the weirdest things that were said. And
I think you may have a
fun for
lot
us.
of options to choose from. Anything you want to talk about you didn't get to talk about?
No, I said more than I wanted to. So we're good.
Amen, sister. If you could bleep quite a bit of this in editing, that would be great. On that note, I have been Allie.
I've been Ann.
And I've been Leah.
My God, it's Tunnel Talk. Our theme is by Chris Corkin. You can find us on Twitter, Tumblr, Twitch, Blue Sky at Tunnel Talk Pod, via email, tunneltalkpod@gmail.com. I forget the other thing that I say. Oh, you can find us on our feed, on the Social Suplex Network feed, where you can check out all the other great podcasts on the network. And you can also find us on our Discord. Please rate, review, and subscribe to us wherever you get your podcasts. Stay frosty. And my God, please.
If you're a podcast host, listen up, this one's for you. My name is Allie Jackson. I'm the host of Finding Mr. Height, a dating and relationship podcast that I've been doing for 4 years now, sharing my positive and practical approach to dating that's built on my own life experience. And I wanted to share another experience that I've had, my secret behind monetizing my show. It's called Red Circle, and I was just telling my colleague about how much I love their platform. With Red Circle, not only am I getting a seamless hosting experience, but I also love the support I receive in ad sales. It's not just typical ad sales either. It's targeted opportunities based on my show and my life. And the platform is super simple. You just set your preferences and Red Circle matches you with sponsors that align with your show. You can vet every opportunity and their platform gives you great analytics. More recently too, my Red Circle team has brought me opportunities outside of my podcast on social media to really augment the podcast partnerships, bring them full circle. I just can't recommend them enough. If you want to give it a try, go to redcircle.com to get your free trial. That's redcircle.com for a free trial.